Hey y'all, welcome back to the Southern Wife Life. Welcome to part 2 of the life update, catch up, what's been going on the past couple months video. I hope you liked the last one. That was super short. And bear with me, I'm going to have to get kind of back in the swing of things with making videos. I noticed that the sun came out when I did the last section of the video, so the lighting is totally different. But hey, it's part of it. I'm not perfect. So anyways, part 2 is kind of going to catch up to our vacation and kind of everything that happened with our vacation. So, I'm not sure when I'm going to post this video, but this Saturday, April the 11th, is mine and Cody's 5th wedding anniversary. That's crazy that it's been that long, but so we had these big plans. Of course, 5 years of marriage, we want to do this big anniversary trip, and so for like probably 5 or 6 months we have been working on planning what we wanted to do for our anniversary. And we had come up with a plan, and we were going to take 2 weeks of vacation sometime in April, and April, May, somewhere in there. And we were going to drive across the country. My parents had done it back like in 2016, and so I had found all of the stuff, like the route they took and everything. And so we were going to do 2 weeks. We were going to drive out. We were going to go, Yellowstone, Mount Rushmore, the Badlands, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We were going to spend a week in Park City. Just all kinds of stuff. I mean, we had this huge plan, and I was so excited about it. And I don't know, I just couldn't wait. Cody's never been out west. For those who know me, y'all know Arizona is like my second home. I love Arizona. If I could live there, I probably would. If I was rich, I would have a house there and here. That's not the case though. So anyways, so we had this whole plan. I hadn't booked a place to stay yet, and I'm very thankful I hadn't. But this is just kind of like, now looking back at how much of a God thing, like how everything didn't go as planned was. I hope that makes sense. But like, God knows what's going to happen before it happens, right? So it was February the 18th, I believe. Could be totally wrong, but it was somewhere around February the 18th. So February the 18th, we're planning this trip mid-April, 1st of May. Cody gets a letter from work that says basically that a week of vacation time he had earned, they had changed their mind essentially on when you could use it. So that week of vacation time had to be used. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. That week of vacation time had to be used before the end of March. Okay, that week of vacation time was one of the weeks we were going to use so that he would have 2 weeks to take off. So that totally ruined our plan to go out west, because there's no way we can drive out there, spend any time, and drive back in a week. Like, it just wasn't going to happen. They offered to pay him for that week, and obviously, I don't know anybody who just says they want to go to work and get paid. So he was like, no, I'm taking a week off. We're doing something. So I'm like super bummed, because obviously none of this coronavirus stuff had started that we knew of yet. So I'm just upset because I had this whole plan and it was going to be grand and all that. And so we have to totally rethink our vacation plans. So we start talking and we're like, well, we still want to go do something, just the two of us. We need to get away. We need a break. Time out. Sorry, y'all. I thought I saw a huge dog running across through there, and Zeus's lot is right here. Obviously I'm blind because it was the top of a truck. But anyways, back to my story. So he has to use this week of vacation time before the end of March. So we're talking, we want to go somewhere just the two of us, and so we decided that Orlando would be a good place. We could drive down in a day. It wouldn't, be too hard on us, and we could spend the week there. So then we start planning like what all we want to do while we're there. So Cody loves animals. He loves zoos, aquariums, all that. So he wanted to go back to SeaWorld. We had went, gosh, I don't know, years ago. I don't even think we were married when we went the first time. So he said he wanted to go to SeaWorld, so we put that on our list. I love amusement parks. He's not a huge fan, but I really knew that he would like Universal if he went. We both kind of agreed we don't want to do Disney until we have kids or a kid because he's just not that into it, and I've been several times, so I'd rather save our money and take our kid when we go back there. So I told him I would like to do Universal. I said, I really think you'll enjoy it, and it's not, super kiddie, it's more for adults, and so we put that on our list. And then just so happened the week we found, because it was really hard to find a place for some reason, and because we were wanting to go a little bit later in March. Once again, y'all, God is awesome. We were wanting to go later in March, okay? The only thing we could find was towards the beginning, and I'm wanting to say we went the 6th through the 13th. So if any of you all have been keeping up with dates on when all of this coronavirus stuff really started ramping up in the U.S., y'all know how crazy this is. But the only place, literally, we found 2 places down there, and the one we wanted was the 6th through the 13th. So we're like, we're not even picky, like, we'll take it. So we book our trip. We leave on the 6th, which was a Friday. We drive down. We go grocery shopping. We get everything, together. And then on the 7th, I think we decided, we just hung around the room on that Saturday, I believe. Because the weather was weird. It was like really cloudy and it was cool. Like it wasn't that warm. And I was kind of bummed about that. But so I think we stayed there. So then Sunday we went to SeaWorld. We had an awesome time at SeaWorld. Cody loved it. We got to see all the different animals and stuff. And like I said, I'm going to post pictures and stuff. So I had this plan that I was going to vlog the whole trip. And just to be honest, like I got so caught up in just like us enjoying our vacation that I didn't do it. And that's just, I'm glad I didn't, but I kind of wish, like I hate I don't have more to show. But at the end of this video, I'll just post the pictures and stuff that I did get, and y'all can get a little glimpse of it. But, so we did SeaWorld all day that day. The next day, we went to the first Universal Park. I feel like we had a day in between, so I may be all messed up. But so we went to one Universal Park, and Cody actually really enjoyed it, so I was really happy about that. We had a great time. I keep getting cut off, but anyways. So then we went to the second Universal Park, and he enjoyed it just as much. We had a really good time. We did one rest day just hanging out around the room, and we never got in the pool. Like, that's how the weather was. It was really weird. It was still chilly, but, so we never got in the pool there. Did a couple rest days at the room, and then we drove to the beach. We drove over to Clearwater and spent a day at the beach, so that was really nice. We hadn't been to the beach in a while. But then that weekend, like the following weekend, when we were supposed to come home, the big drag races were in Gainesville. So for all y'all who know us, like we are huge drag racing people, and we've been checking off like different tracks. So we had planned to go to Gainesville. And so that was on Friday. And so Thursday we went to eat at Joe's, and we were sitting there and I was like, hey, don't let me forget to go and buy our tickets for the drags. And Cody was on his phone and he was like, this is something about NASCAR has canceled their events and all this. And I mean, we were on vacation. We kind of knew what was going on, but I mean, I hadn't been watching a lot of TV. And honestly, at that point in time, I was just trying to enjoy my vacation. And so I was like, what? And so I looked, sure enough, the NHRA had canceled the race for that weekend. So this was like literally when everything was shutting down. March Madness was canceled. All the races were canceled. Like, everything was happening. And at that time, like, I didn't think about it as much. But now looking back, like, how much of a God thing was it that we even got to have a vacation at all? That was the only place we could find, the only week we could find. Like, had we found something later in March, that's what we would have booked. We wouldn't be able to go on our vacation here in April like we were planning to. So, like, it's just so crazy to me to think, like, how God worked it all out to where we were still able to have that week together that we wouldn't have been able to have had everything not ended up working out the way it did. So it's just crazy. So we ended up coming home that Friday because the races were canceled, and we just came on back and spent the weekend here. We still just stayed to ourselves, so we kind of extended our vacation. But it was really nice. We had a great time. And I'm just super thankful that we were able to have that time together before all of the craziness really started. And I'm thankful that we were there at the time we were, because yeah, there were a few cases popping up here and there, but nothing like there was afterwards. And I know Disney and stuff still stayed open like another week or two, and that's when they started having a few more cases. So yeah, I'm gonna post some videos and stuff next. That way you guys, well, I don't even know if I have many videos, but pictures and videos of the vacation, so you guys can at least see a little bit of it. And then I'll be back to talk to you here in a minute. So there's just a little look into a few of the things we did while we were there. Obviously, after going back and putting all those pictures in there, I now remember the order of how we did things, and I said earlier in the video I had it totally wrong. The first day, on Sunday, we did the first Universal Park. Then we went ahead on Monday and did the second Universal Park, which was pretty rough. I do suggest taking a day in between if you can. We could have, but we decided to do those two Sunday, Monday. We took a break on Tuesday, and we did SeaWorld on Wednesday. Why I thought we did SeaWorld first, I have no idea. But anyways, so we did all those, and like I said, we had a really good time, and it was just crazy to me how everything worked out so that we were able to have a vacation. So I think I'm going to wrap up video number 2 here, and then stay tuned for video number 3, which will kind of catch you guys up to present day, what's happened since vacation to now. So as always, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Also, please invite your friends to subscribe to the channel or just like my Facebook page or Instagram. That way we can reach more people and hopefully share all kinds of fun content and just give people something to do during this crazy time. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.